Hello, everybody. I'm Neil Malarkey. I'm your host for the 2020 Lush Prize Awards. We are here to celebrate the 11 projects which our judges thought were making the greatest contribution on the global journey to an animal test-free future. Now, I'm speaking to you live from my study in London, where I've been spending quite a lot of time in this pandemic year. For me, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What time is it for you? We have people watching us in Asia, where it's quite late. In America, where it's quite early. We've got people across Europe and all over the world. We've got a few hundred people logged into the awards website, and they're posting comments on the chat. And we also have a few hundred more watching it live streaming on YouTube. It's incredibly exciting. Now, I've hosted a couple of these Lush Prize Awards dinners in big glitzy venues in London. This is the first time we're trying to do it all online in a socially distant way. Most awards in this new lockdown world of 2020 have chosen to pre-record everything and then broadcast it out like some TV program. But no, we thought we might get some more sense of occasion if we went crazy enough to try and do it live. We tried to speak to all the winners, as many as we can actually, during the course of the afternoon or morning or evening, wherever you are. So we've got people lined up. They're ready to come on our virtual stage. They're in Taiwan, they're in Italy, they're in the USA, they're in Germany, the Netherlands and China. What could possibly go wrong? Well, as well as the excitement of not knowing exactly whether their video connections will hold up, we've got a sprinkling of wonderful distractions of the type Lush Award Prize likes to bring to this kind of ceremony. We've got dancers from Korea. We have animators and poets from the UK. We've got quite a lot of stuff that is pre-recorded, so that should go okay. But to start us off, we have a little video from some of the event's organizers. We've got Mark Constantine from Lush. We have Rebecca Ram from Ethical Consumer. We have Christy Sullivan from the judging panel. They're going to fill us in on where the work is now. Their work of the Lush Prize and these wonderful awards in this strange new world of COVID-19. So let's get ready for that video. But before we do, everyone wave at the screen. Let's imagine we're all together in virtual land. We're Zooming together. But let's have a look. Let's roll that first video.
Welcome to the Lush Prize. We were hoping to be in some sort of plush hotel having a lovely dinner. And we were planning to do that in May, but well, we all know it didn't work out quite as we planned. And so now here we are, enjoying the benefits of a home dinner and a good chat. And so welcome to everyone to the Lush Prize. I mean, it's such a good thing that we're actually managing to do it. It has been very challenging for Lush and for everyone really. I mean, to keep business going and to keep everything right. What we did at the very beginning was we ring-fenced certain things in our minds that we didn't want to lose. And obviously the principles of testing without using animals is so central to Lush and so important to us that this prize and all of these efforts were considered to be very, very valuable. And so we've kept on it and we've done it. Things are not looking bad for Lush. The situation for us is that we cut out a lot of our parties and a lot of the fun and games, but we haven't cut out the essential things that we think are vital for society and for us. The Lush Prize is one of them. So I'm really delighted, I suppose, and it's exceptional, isn't it, to be able to welcome you and all the prize winners to the Lush Prize 2020. Welcome.
Hello and welcome to the 8th Lush Prize Awards ceremony from everyone at Ethical Consumer. Since the last event in Berlin in 2018, we've done some strategic thinking on the focus of the prizes. We're still convinced that the 5 main categories on offer, science, training, young researcher, lobbying and public awareness, are all critical pieces of the jigsaw. But we've amended the science-based awards slightly to focus on achievements in 3 increasingly important areas: adverse outcome pathways, organ-on-a-chip technologies, and computational toxicology. So as a result, this year's event has focused on the question, can big data replace animal testing? Today we had day one of our conference with some really interesting presentations and discussions, and we've more lined up for tomorrow. We hope you enjoy the events.
Hello, and welcome to the awards tonight from the Lush Prize judging panel. It was all the way back in January when 10 of us met in a London hotel to work out who the 2020 winners should be. As usual, we were impressed by the quality of applicants, particularly in the science and training categories. In the years since the Lush Prize began, we think there's been a big increase in the number and quality of scientists involved in working in this area, which is heartening, even if it makes our work a lot harder. And although our work away from the prize in animal campaigning this year has been focused a lot on pandemic-related issues, it's great that the prize is still focusing its attention on product safety testing and on getting regulation and practice into a more sensible place. It's important work that still needs doing. We're all excited to see how an online awards event works in practice. Let's hope it flies.
Right. I think we're ready for our first prize now. Now, this is the prestigious Science Prize. To tell us more about it and to announce the winner is TV's naturalist, friend of Lush Prize, and all-round international treasure, Chris Packham.
Hello, Chris Packham here on a very blustery autumnal afternoon in the New Forest National Park in the south of England. Thank you for this opportunity to announce the shortlisted individuals and bodies for this year's Lush Science Prize, a £50,000 prize given to those whose work is most likely to lead to practical, non-animal tests which could be accepted by regulators. I have in my hands here an envelope. Let's see who the shortlisted folks are this year. Alveoli X, Switzerland. Centre for Alternatives to Animal Testing in the USA. Donald Ingber from the USA. Laboratory of Environmental Chemistry and Toxicology at the Mario Negri Institute for Pharmacological Research in Italy. Kyung Min Lim, South Korea. Thomas Luchenfeld from the United States. Tim Allen, the MIE Atlas team at the University of Cambridge in the UK. Eugene Muratov from the United States. Organ on a Chip team at Brunel University, London. Organs on a Chip team, Smart Microfluidics, Simtech A-Star, Singapore. Azra Raza from the USA. VeriSim Life from the USA. Let's see who the winner is this year. I'm delighted to announce that the winner of the £50,000 Lush Prize 2020 for Science is Dr. Tim Allen of the MIE Atlas team at the University of Cambridge in the UK. Congratulations, Tim. The Lush Prize judges have also awarded a commendation to a second shortlisted project this year. Dr. Azra Raza of the MDS Centre at Columbia University in New York. Congratulations, Dr. Azra. Well done. Top work.
The MIE Atlas team, headed by Dr. Timothy Allen, is a collaboration between the University of Cambridge and Unilever's Safety and Environmental Assurance Centre. They have been building computational models based on chemistry to predict human molecular initiating events, MIEs, since 2013. These models predict in silico how chemicals can have effects that may lead to adverse outcome pathways, AOPs. MIEs are the initial interaction between a molecule and a biomolecule or biosystem that can be causally linked to an outcome via a pathway. The AOP framework for risk assessment has been constructed to allow for the combination of in silico and in vitro approaches to safety decision making based on understanding the effects chemicals have across biological systems. This is in stark contrast to traditional animal methods, which are based on high chemical exposures and observation of late-stage adverse outcomes.
Well, there's our first prize winner, Tim Allen. He's joining me now from the UK somewhere. So hello, Tim. Where exactly are you coming from today, this afternoon, for me?
Hi, Neil. It's great to be here, and I'm here in my office in Cambridge.
You're allowed back in the office, are you?
Well, in my office at home is what I should have said.
And there we have the hair sculpture, the famous hair sculpture. Can you tell me, has it been tough? Have you been able to go back to your laboratory?
So some people have been back into the Department of Chemistry in Cambridge, but as a computationalist, most of my work is not so much affected by having to work from home. So mostly it's been Zoom calls and events like this. Well, not many events like this, but mostly Zoom calls and working from my home office.
Would you like to thank anybody? It wasn't just you, Tim, surely.
No, absolutely not. There are loads of people who've worked on this project who I should be thankful to, and there are 3 individuals specifically who I'd like to call out. The first is Professor Jonathan Goodman from the Department of Chemistry here at the University of Cambridge. He was my PhD supervisor, and his enthusiasm drives this project. He's a wonderfully enthusiastic academic, and he really drives us to be the best that we can be. And I'd also like to thank Doctors Paul Russell and Steve Gutzel from the Science and Safety and Environmental Assurance Centre at Unilever, get that right, because they helped to keep the project on track, and the ability to see the results of our project being used in safety evaluations at Unilever really makes it all worthwhile. They've been absolutely fantastic.
Okay, just quickly, how does it feel to win the Lush Prize? What does it mean for you and the future?
I'm so honoured to receive this award. It's such a prestigious group of people awarded in all of the categories and all of the shortlists. So it's absolutely wonderful to have received this recognition. Much as you said, it's not just my work, it's a collection of a lot of people's really hard work. And I hope that the reception of this award helps to continue to drive us on in the future towards a world free of animal testing.
But that hair sculpture is going to live in the office, not in your house.
It lives in my house for now. I'm sure it will definitely make a trip to SEAC at Unilever for at least a little bit, and it'll see its time in the departments at the University of Cambridge, at both the MRC Toxicology Unit, where I work now, and the Department of Chemistry, where I did work, and where Professor Goodman spends most of his time. So it'll be going on tour as soon as we get people back in the offices, and then from there, we'll see.
Thank you very much, Tim. Congratulations. But also awarded a commendation in this category. You heard there the work of Dr. Azra Raza. And here is a video about what she's been doing.
Dr. Azra Raza is the Cha Soon Shong Professor of Medicine and Director of the MDS Center at Columbia University in New York. As an oncologist, her work has focused on pre-leukemia called myelodysplastic syndromes, MDS. Believing animal-based research to be too artificial, Dr. Raza started saving blood, marrow aspirate and biopsy samples from MDS patients as they progressed in their disease. This tissue repository now has over 60,000 samples collected serially from thousands of patients over 35 years and has resulted in seminal observations about MDS biology. Dr. Raza replaced the studies others were doing in animals by directly studying humans and freshly obtained malignant cells from patients. She has co-authored hundreds of academic papers and in 2019 published the book, The First Cell and the Human Costs of Pursuing Cancer to the Last.
Okay, Azra can't be here tonight, but as she has such a wonderful way with words, I thought I'd share this little tweet with you she sent just a few days ago. Hope of finding a better cancer drug using the existing discovery platforms or using even more artificial systems of genetically engineered animals are as realistic as dissecting the brain and expecting to discover consciousness. Thank you, Dr. Azra. Next up is the Lobbying Award. To tell us more about it is Caroline Lucas, who here in the UK is a Member of Parliament for the Green Party. She was a Lush Prize judge in 2012, and frankly, she is the politician all the other parties wish they had.
I'm pleased to announce the shortlist for the Lobbying Award at the 2020 Lush Prize. The £50,000 Lobbying Prize is awarded to successful campaigns for policy interventions promoting the use of alternatives. And the organisations and individuals shortlisted this year are Altatox Cat Europe, Charles La Roche-Conseil from Belgium, Animal Defenders International from the UK, Beagle Rescue Network from South Korea, I'm sorry about my pronunciation, but Dene Hayir Denegi from Turkey, the Environment and Animal Society of Taiwan, the Iranian Anti-Vivisection Association, Helena Kandarova from Slovakia, Medical Device In Vitro Irritation Team from the US, the New England Anti-Vivisection Society from the US, the New Zealand Anti-Vivisection Society and Who Hands, and I'm opening my virtual envelope, and the winner is the Environment and Animal Society of Taiwan. The judges have also awarded a commendation to a second shortlisted project. That's the Medical Device In Vitro Irritation Team, headed by Dr. Kelly Coleman in the USA. And so a very big congratulations to you all.
In 2018, the Environment and Animal Society of Taiwan, EAST, began working on challenging the huge numbers of animals used in toxicity testing for Taiwan's chemical substances registration system. As the regulations gave no priority to non-animal testing methods, most registrants opt to use customary animal testing methods. With the help of legislator Xu Fenlin, EAST arranged to meet with the EPA, the authority in charge of Taiwan's chemical registration system. The results of this lobbying include: the EPA now require registrants to prioritise non-animal testing methods. Test methods for each toxicity item will be disclosed on the registration website immediately to avoid duplicate animal testing. And a discounted registration fee will be given to chemical registration using non-animal data.
Wu Hong, congratulations. You're joining me now from Taiwan, from an organization called EAST. Is that right?
Yes.
And what time is it in Taiwan, actually?
About midnight.
So did we have to get you out of bed?
No, I'm waiting here. I joined the conference already. It's a wonderful conference.
That's fantastic. And who might you thank that you have worked with?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank you very much for this acknowledgement. Thank you to all of the Lush Prize team members, judges, and sponsors, and to all those who have helped us to campaign for the replacement of animal experiments in Taiwan and provided financial support to continue our work in the coming years. In particular, I would like to share this prize with Dr. Maurice Wieland of ECVEN, whose 48 hours trip to Taiwan was pivotal to our campaign. Without his kind offer of assistance, this progress would not have been possible. During last 2 decades, many experts or academics who have sympathized or empathized with our work told me that the principle of a replacement for animal experiments might be ideal, but in reality, it is impossible. I would like to thank all those whose work has meant that the replacement of animal experiment is not only possible, but happening today. This is what makes the Lush Prize so valuable.
Thank you. So they said it couldn't be done, and you're doing it.
Yes, for the past decades, I'm trying to learn more and more, and I think now I'm very sure it is possible and it is happening, actually.
What do you look forward to in the future now you've won this wonderful prize?
First of all, I think although the EPA already put the alternative in their guidance, but that is just the guidance. We are trying to lobby to change the law to put this sentence in our law, so that make it in the future it will be binding for all the chemical registrations in Taiwan.
Thank you. I should say it's time for you to go to bed, probably. I hope you're going to have a nice lie down, although you're probably too excited.
No, I hope to see you soon and often.
And I hope you're going to take the hair sculpture to bed with you tonight.
I'll put it in the office because I will share with our colleagues. We are teamworks too.
Thank you so much. Now we're going to hear some more about the second project, which the judges commended in this category.
Rabbit skin irritation testing is one of 2 in vivo tests required for all medical devices. Over 50,000 rabbits are currently used annually. The International Organization for Standardization sponsored a validation study to determine if reconstructed human epidermis, RHE, assays were acceptable alternatives. 23 research partners from around the world volunteered to participate in the study, proving that RHE assays produced highly accurate results and were therefore suitable replacements for the rabbit skin irritation test. The medical device in vitro irritation team launched a round-robin follow-up study, bringing the total number of RHE tissue assays evaluated to 6. 4 of these are among the 6 now recognised and included in OECD 439. The new ISO standard on irritation testing of medical devices, which recommends RHE testing instead of rabbits, was unanimously approved in 2019. In the long term, the complete elimination of rabbit irritation testing in the medical device industry is envisaged.
Joining us now, Kelly Coleman of Medivit. Is that how you say it, Kelly?
Yeah. Medivit, Medical Device in Vitro Irritation Team. It's just a name I cooked up.
And where are you coming from this afternoon? Where are you zooming in from?
It's 10:23 a.m. in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where it was -9 Celsius this morning with 4 inches of new snow, actually.
4 inches of snow, Kelly. And
Yeah.
so have you had to walk to work?
I walked down the hall to my home office.
So is that what it's been like mostly for the last 7 months?
Oh yeah, I mean, I used to work at home before the virus, probably 3 or 4 days a week. Now I'm working at home, 5 or 6 days a week, basically. So my life hasn't changed that much because I'm on the computer, I'm on Zoom calls, cell phone calls like everybody else, and I write reports for a living, which is ironic because when I went to school as a kid, I hated writing reports, and that's what I do now.
But I was seeing there was lots of laboratory work there. Have you been able to do the laboratory work, or your colleagues?
Well, at the lab I work at, that's still running. It's an animal research lab, but I don't need to be there directly myself. But the people that work with the animals need to be there.
So tell us, who would you like to say thank you?
Well, I have a list of people, and bear with me. I practiced this, and I can read them off in about 50 seconds, I think. But this project,
take a big breath, give each of them, a big shout out. Off you go.
Definitely. This is the Medical Device in Vitro Irritation Team. And also, I'd just like to say thanks to Lush Cosmetics and the Ethical Consumer Research Association and the judges, for this wonderful program. It's a great way to recognize and support important work and raise awareness. But as I mentioned, our project started 12 years ago, and quite a few people have helped. And I just want to give them a shout out here today because without their efforts, this never would have happened. So first, Wim de Young, Elena Kandarova, Sebastian Hoffman, Christian Pelevision, Jamin Willoughby, Michelle Lee, Yuji Hashima, Bo Rollins, Austin Zadwick, Michael Batchelor, Timothy Schatz, Shelby Skoog, Sherry Parker, Anita Sawyer, Paolo Peschio, Christina Font, Kwang Ma Kim, Jason Kwan, Helga Gerke, Anna Hoffman-Huther, Marisa Maloney, Conrad Julius, Damian Briotet, Sylvia Letsova, Rico Cato, Suko Miyajima, Lisette DeFontaine, Christian Vidu, Carrie Tournier, Audrey Turley, Nicholas Cristiano, and Laura Rollins. All important, all great people that helped us over this 12-year period.
Thank Kelly. Kelly, that's amazing, 12 years. But you did say to us, maybe at school you didn't like writing reports. Maybe there's somebody young out there thinking, I don't like writing reports, but maybe I could end up like Kelly. What did you want to do when you were at school?
Be a chemist. I like chemistry, but I had an interest in toxicology too, and eventually found my way to toxicology graduate school and migrated from drug research into the medical device industry. And that's where I learned about some of these tests that are being done routinely for years that we rarely fail. And I thought there must be a better way of doing this. So we picked the irritation test because we thought it'd be the easiest. And I figured it'd take maybe 2 years to make this happen. It only took 12.
Well, fantastic that you've done it. Fantastic it's been recognized. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Yeah, thank you, Neil.
Now we have our first piece of art to entertain you. In what's become a part of Lush Prize legend, these dancers exploring the cruelty of animal testing in the cosmetics industry. They performed at a special Lush Prize event in 2016 in Korea. Let's have a look. Next up is the Public Awareness Award. And to tell us more about that is the German TV celebrity and host for the Lush Prize Awards in Berlin in 2018. Here she is, Dörte Eichelberg.
No animals will be harmed in the making of this video, that's for sure. Hello, this is Dörte Eichelberg from Berlin, Germany. I am delighted to announce the shortlist for and the winner of the Public Awareness Award in the Lush Prize 2020. The £50,000 Public Awareness Prize is given to individuals or organizations raising public awareness of ongoing animal testing. And these are the nominees this year. Animal Aid from the UK, Capital Animal Welfare Association from China, Citizens for Alternatives to Animal Research and Experimentation from the USA, Collective for Paradigm Change in Science from the USA, Deneye Hayır Derneği from Turkey, Djurrechtsallianzen, the Animal Rights Alliance from Sweden, People for Animal Rights Germany, the Scarlet Beagle Campaign from the UK, Soko Tierschutz from Germany, Stichting Proefdiervrij from the Netherlands, Animal Rights Belgium, Innovative Science Education Network from Canada, and ONG Te Protego from Chile. And the winner of the £50,000 Lush Prize 2020 for public awareness is Soko Tierschutz! Woohoo! From Germany. Herzlichen Glückwunsch! Congratulations! Kling! Yeah, this is tap water, sorry. But it is sparkling, and I assure you, next time, on stage again. Thank you very much. Please continue doing what you're doing and stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye.
In 2019, Soko Tierschutz, working with Cruelty Free International, released the findings of its undercover investigation at the Laboratory of Pharmacology and Toxicology in Mainenbüttel, Germany. Graphic footage of dogs left bleeding and dying and monkeys routinely abused exposed the cruelty caused to animals for regulatory safety testing. LPT is a contract testing lab carrying out toxicity testing for pharmaceutical, industrial and agrochemical companies from all over the world in order to meet the requirements of governments and regulatory authorities. Following Soko's exposé, the lab was raided by police and had its license to carry out animal experiments revoked. It was also forced to hand over all animals remaining at the lab to suitable third parties. This is the second time that Soko has won a Lush Prize. The first was in 2015, following its undercover investigation at the Max Planck Institute for Biological Cybernetics in Germany.
Friedrich Mullen of Soko. Hello, congratulations.
Hi. Hello, hi. It's great that I'm here. It's fantastic.
Where are you coming from this afternoon?
I'm sitting here at home in Germany. We have something called shutdown, so it's not a total lockdown. I can move, so it could be much worse.
Whereabouts in Germany are you, Friedrich?
In Munich, Germany, so the city of Oktoberfest, yeah.
So your particular field of work might have been a little bit affected by the lockdown. Have you been able to move about and do your investigative work?
Oh, yes, we are possible to operate, but of course it's difficult. We can't do everything, but who knows where undercover operatives of Soko Tierschutz are working right now. So who knows?
Well, in England, we say mum's the word. Let's tell nobody. Would you like, however, to explicitly thank anybody?
Yes, of course. First, I would like to thank Sarah Kite from BOAV, Cruelty Free International. That's one person I work for over 20 years to fight vivisection, a very important person, a key person in the MPI investigation and now the LPT investigation. So greetings to the UK. Of course, to our Soko team, we can't do this alone, especially the brave undercover operator who did it. Let's call him Lucas. But to all the thousands of people supported us on the streets, in the petitions, in the internet, and especially the people that were now at this freezing cold time outside in Germany 1 year ago, were staying there 24 hours, 7 days, just taking vigil in front of the laboratory. So we all together were able to do this, and now my light just went off.
That's right, the light hasn't gone out in your work. What does it mean for the future of your work, winning the Lush Prize?
The Lush Prize, this is now the second one. I couldn't believe it when I got the call that we get it again. It's just a great honor for us. Our work is spread worldwide by it. We get contact to great innovative researchers, because a lot of people ask us, okay, you showed us the horrors of vivisection, but what can we do now? Are there alternatives? And so this is a great honor. And by the way, the money is really useful. With this money, we can do a lot of undercover investigations. We got a little bit more.
Friedrich, thank you so much. And when does the shutdown finish in Germany?
I think they limited until to December, beginning December, but I'm not too optimistic at the moment. But let's keep fingers crossed, stay healthy, stay careful, and we do our best for the animals. Thank you very much to all the people from Lush and all the others.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Friedrich. So next we have the Young Researchers Awards. Because we've got 5 of these and they're quite sciencey, we'll have a break after 2 to look at a short animation. And to tell us about this year's Young Researcher Awards is previous Lush Prize winner and gut bacteria oracle. Here he is, Pranjal Shah in Luxembourg.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pranjal Shah, proud winner of the Lush Prize for Young Researchers 2016. As the head of the incubator at the University of Luxembourg, I continue to push forward research and innovation towards animal-free testing, especially in the fields of drug discovery and development. I'm delighted to announce the shortlist for the Young Researcher Award in Lush Prize 2020. The £10,000 Young Researcher Prize is given to young scientists with a desire to fund the next stage of a career focused on an animal test-free future. 5 young scientists are awarded this prize. The individuals shortlisted this year are Sabina Burla Mihescu from the Luxembourg Institute of Science and Technology, Luxembourg. Eduardo Karmasecki from the Institute for Risk Assessment Sciences, Utrecht University, the Netherlands. Franziska Dangler from the Institute of Veterinary Physiology, University of Leipzig, Germany. Nadine Dresser from University of Constance, Germany. Domenico Gadaletta from the Mario Negri Institute for Pharmacological Research, Italy. Karen do Carmo Gonçalves from the Federal University of Goiás in Brazil. Candice Johnson from Leadscope, USA. Peter Loschkill from Eberhard Karls University, Tübingen and Fraunhofer IGB, Germany. Christian Lotz from Fraunhofer ISC, Germany. Serena Manganelli from Nestle Research, Switzerland. Steffi Matthiessen from University of Antwerp, Belgium. Johanna Niffler from US Environmental Protection Agency, USA. Yuan Pang from Tsinghua University, China. Carlos Eduardo Matos dos Santos from Eltox Limited, Brazil. I am delighted to announce the 5 winners of the Lush Prize 2020 for young researchers, who will all receive £10,000 each. The first Young Researcher Prize goes to Dr. Yuan Pang from Tsinghua University.
Dr. Yuan Pang and colleagues at Tsinghua University, China, work on constructing advanced in vitro tissue models based on 3D bioprinting and their application in drug discovery and toxicity testing. Their results so far have included a series of studies using the 3D bioprinted cell and tissue models and organ on a chip for high throughput drug screening and chemical-induced toxicity analysis. Their use with multi-scale numerical simulation for animal-free drug and chemical efficacy predictions is also studied. The first 3D printed in vitro tumour model was established in Dr. Pang's group. While non-animal research in China still has a long way to go, Dr. Pang sees it as her responsibility to help develop, promote and implement research supporting a future free of animal testing.
Wan Peng is speaking to us from China. Hello.
Hello, Nell. Well, I'm so excited to meet you here.
Congratulations. Now, are you up very late?
Yes, it's I'm here, early in the morning. Yeah.
So it's after midnight, and you're not in your pajamas.
No. I'm in my skirt.
So tell us, you must have had perhaps been difficult times during the lockdown. Has your work been affected?
Yeah, in the beginning of this year, we have been locked down for several months, but now everything is back to normal in China.
That's great.
Actually, I'm in my office in university. I'm not at home now.
Well, you are up late then. And tell us, is there anybody that you'd like to thank who you've worked with, or even your mum or dad?
Of course, yes. This is really a special year for all of us. I really appreciate the efforts that the committee members have done for all of us. And I think that this award is not only for me, but for all my group members, especially my students and my colleagues, especially Professor Wei Song in Tsinghua University and Professor Yasuki Sakai in Tokyo University. And he is also my PhD supervisor before. They really helped me and support me quite a lot in my work and in my career. And the last thanks goes to my family. I really thank for my little son, my husband, my father, and my beloved mother. Thanks for their support and their understand because I have to devote a lot of time to my work. Thank you.
I bet you had to devote a lot of time. And in the past, this prize has been awarded in London, but now you've got that hair sculpture. You don't have to carry it on the plane.
But I really, looking forward to meet everyone in person. Yeah, maybe next year, we have the chance to meet each other.
What does it mean to you, to your work, to your team, to win the Lush Prize?
I think this is really a big honor. And I'm quite encouraged to winning Lush Prize. I think this is a great chance for let people know what we are doing. And I'm also looking forward to more applications in the future using our 3D bioprinted in vitro models for disease study, drug test, and the toxicity evaluation, and also for cancer treatment.
Thank you so much. And how much do you feel that you could do in the future now you've had this recognition?
I think that I want to devote more for the replacing animal taste in China because in this area in China is just in the beginning. We still have a long way to go, and I want to I want to join more communications with the international researchers, and I want to enhance international collaborations from different interdisciplinaries.
Thank you. And this is a chance. You can go back to the plenary where all the other winners are as well. So to tell us about another winner in this category, Dr. Pranjul. Dr. Pranjul Shah, where are you? Pranjul Shah, where is he?
The second Young Researcher Prize tonight goes to Eduardo Carnesecchi from the Utrecht University in the Netherlands.
Eduardo Carnesecchi of Utrecht University's Institute for Risk Assessment Sciences is working on an innovative software platform to assess toxicity and exposure of chemical mixtures. Humans and ecosystems are continuously exposed to a complex mixture of chemicals, the combination of which are vast and originate from different sources such as food, environment, medicines, or consumer products. This project will create a free web-based in silico platform that will be able to predict human health-related effects, whether beneficial or adverse, of chemical mixtures. Within a One Health approach, the project aims to reduce the impact of the chemicals through safer use, as well as the identification of safer chemicals, and provide robust and reliable alternative methods to animal testing.
Edoardo Carnesecchi, are you there? Say hello.
Hi there, nice to meet you, although virtually.
Although virtually, tell us, where are you coming from today? Which country?
So I'm currently zooming from Italy, my hometown in Tuscany, but I'm usually based in the Netherlands at Utrecht University at the Institute of Risk Assessment Sciences.
So why are you in Italy? Are you visiting or have you been locked down?
Yes, unfortunately, I've been locked down here in Italy, but fortunately with my family. So it's also a good time and good moment to spend time with them and to enjoy also my family, my friends from the childhood and all the environment around. So because I live in the countryside of Tuscany, so in this moment sounds good.
Your colleagues in Utrecht, are they carrying on the work while you're sitting around wandering around the hills of Tuscany?
Yes, they probably are a bit envious about, but I will be probably back there.
Would you like to thank any of them or anyone else who perhaps has contributed to your amazing work?
Yes, sure. First of all, I would like to thank all of you from the Lush Prize team, because it's really a valuable prize I have been honored, and I'm honored to get. And also all the colleagues from Utrecht University, in particular, Professor Nienke Kramer, and my supervisor, PhD supervisor in Milan, Emilio Benvenati, and also, last but not least, my family, which has always supported me since I was born.
Well, there you go, Mr. Carnesecchi. That sounds like Mr. Dried Meat.
Oh, yes, exactly.
What does it mean to you to win the Lush Prize? Does it mean that new horizons open up, or do you just feel, hey, great, I've done well, I can relax?
No, I think it's kind of, it's a starting point for my career, in particular in the field of alternative methods. And I guess that this initiative is really important for all the people around the world. I mean, from the scientists until the regulatory bodies, because it can show the importance and how useful it is to apply alternative methods to animal testing. So I think it's a great initiative to support also young researchers and to give them the possibility to reach their goals and their dream, possibly.
Thank you. So how are you stuck in Italy because Italy says you can't leave, or because the Netherlands says you can't go back? When do you hope to return?
Yeah, possibly, to be optimistic, we can guess beginning of next year. So I will at least enjoy the time here in the evening and the family and the friends.
Thank you, Edoardo. Congratulations. Now, to help us understand some of the science and to have a break from the awards, we decided to make a short animation of some of the new ideas around big data and animal testing. Let's see it now. we've all learned some science. So let's get back to the Young Research Awards. Take it away, Pranjal.
The next Young Researcher Prize winner is Dr. Johanna Niffler from the United States Environmental Protection Agency.
Dr. Johanna Niffler, an ORISE grantee at the United States Environmental Protection Agency, is working on non-animal research into developmental neurotoxicants. Despite efforts to develop in silico and in vitro test systems, these approaches are still relatively lower throughput and costly. Dr. Niffler's project uses a chemical screening method known as high-throughput phenotypic profiling of human neuroprogenitor cells. She will screen a library of pharmacologically active chemicals to help characterize mechanisms of toxicity of known and unknown DNT chemicals. This would help develop animal-free, new approach methodologies for hazard identification of developmental neurotoxicants. In vitro models based upon human-derived cells could provide more human-relevant data. The project would also replace the use of laminin, obtained from mouse carcinomas, in the current assay format with a human recombinant laminin.
So here with me is Johanna Niffler. Hello, Johanna, congratulations. And where are you speaking to us from today?
I'm sitting on my couch in North Carolina, USA.
North Carolina, so it's kind of coming up to lunchtime, maybe?
Yes, I'm getting hungry.
So tell us a little bit, who would you like to thank?
I would like to thank my colleagues. So they are actually the ones who pushed me or supported me to apply for this award. In particular, my mentor, Josh Harrell, who is my mentor of the postdoc. And we came up with this project to propose for the Lush Award. And I'm really happy that I got so much support. So I also want to shout out to Tim Schaeffer, Megan Culbreth, and Clinton Willis. I think we are the team working on this project now. So I'm glad that they supported me so much and were willing to also dedicate some of their time to make this project work.
How's the project been going this year? For example, has life been affected by the lockdown in your work?
Yeah, so our lab has been shut down from March to nearly September. So luckily we got a big screen done before that. So I analyzed that data. But yeah, we're kind of behind on what we want to do with the neural progenitor cells because we weren't in the lab. So not for me so much because I work mostly computational, but still we also need the lab work to be done.
And did you imagine when you entered to win this award, you might win it and have that beautiful heavy hair sculpture in your hand?
Yeah, I think it's a quite prestigious award and there are so many applicants usually. So I was very honored that I am selected because there's so much competition.
Where do you think it'll take you? Does it mean more to have the prize? There's some money as well. Can you see the future coming? What's your next step?
Yeah, it's definitely encouraging. So I never wanted to do animal experiments. I always stayed away from them. And then later I learned that I can actually move my career towards not only avoiding animal experiments, but working on alternatives. And it's great to see that there are people who support us in that way and that acknowledge that effort. So that's been really encouraging. And I think that will also motivate me to move on further in that area.
Thank you so much, Johanna. We're going to now go back to Pranjal, who's going to tell us about another winner.
The next Young Researcher Prize winner is Dr. Domenico Gadaletta from the Mario Negri Institute for Pharmacological Research, Italy.
Every day, people are exposed to a large number of chemicals that have the potential to cause long-term adverse health effects on the brain. Dr. Domenico Gadaleta of the Mario Negri Institute for Pharmacological Research in Italy is developing a computational platform for early detection of the neurotoxicity of chemicals. Artificial intelligence-based methods will be applied to derive quantitative structure-activity relationship computational models. QSARs will be used to predict molecular initiating events, MIEs, upstream of the biological adverse outcome pathways responsible for the onset of neurotoxicity. Based on the degree of activation of MIEs, the potential neurotoxicity of chemicals will be defined. These computational platforms will be beneficial for large-scale screening and for early hierarchization of chemicals. This will be made available within the Vega Hub suite of computational tools.
Domenico Gadaleta, say hello and congratulations to you.
Hi, Neil. It's a pleasure to be here.
Tell us, where are you zooming in from today?
Well, I would have been normally in Milan, where I work at Mario Negri Institute, but now I'm calling from my hometown, Molfetta, that is on the southern coast of Italy, not far from Bari.
Not far from Bari. So have you been there many months, or is it just today?
No, I just arrived a couple of weeks ago because basically a kind of soft lockdown started in Italy, so I just took the chance to move to my hometown to stay with my family.
So has work been difficult this year since the lockdown?
Well, of course it was, but I think I was relatively lucky because I basically work only on the PC, so I was able to keep working on all my projects without any problem.
That neurotoxicity is quite worrying, so it's great you're able to do some work on this important subject. Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, for sure. I would like to thank all of my colleagues at Mario Negri Institute in Milan, in particular the head of my lab, Dr. Emilio Benfenati, that always trusted in my work during all of this year, and the head of my unit, Dr. Alessandra Roncaglioni. And I would also like to thank Nicoletta Spino and Professor Mark Cronin from Liverpool John Moore University that collaborated with me for the award project. A great thank to all the people I had the luck to work with during this year. But the greatest thank is for my family, my mother, my father, my brother that always supported me in all of my decisions. And if I'm here today is also their merit.
And do you explain to them what you do? Your brother, your mother,
at least I tried. I hope that they understood at least a little bit what is my work. I think yes.
And what does winning the Lush Prize mean for you, for your work?
Well, it means everything, because this prize is for me both a great acknowledgement for what I've done so far, and also a new source of motivation to keep working in this direction. So it is a really great day for me today.
Thank you so much. It's great to see you. And what are you going to do this evening? Are you going to celebrate with your family?
Yes, I think yes. Now we will stay all together and just try to celebrate this great day together.
And where's that hair sculpture going to stay? In Milan or where you are now, in Bari?
Now I am in Bari. I think I will stay here until the end of the year. Then we just have to see how the things will evolve in the next month. And
the hair sculpture, will you put it in where your mom and dad can see it easily?
Well, I think I'm still not sure. I think I will arrange a kind of place of honor in my house just to remember sometimes this great day.
Thank you. Great to meet you, Domenico.
Thank you, Neil.
Let's see. Thank you so much. Let's get Pranjul, I think, has got some news of another winner.
The final Young Researcher Prize goes to Nadine Dresser from the University of Konstanz, Germany. Congratulations to all the winners.
Nadine Dresser from the University of Konstanz in Germany is investigating the early stages of nervous system formation in the developing embryo and its response to drugs, known as developmental neurotoxicity, or DNT. The test, known as StopTox, involves stem cells being treated with test compounds and checking for toxic effects on cell growth and development, combined with computer algorithms to accurately measure the level of toxicity. This successful test is further refined by using the flow of genetic information, gene expression, to provide a high throughput and cost-effective system to predict DNT as early as possible. The test system is being developed with the aim of approval as part of a successful human-relevant battery of tests to aid research into diseases, including spina bifida, and replace the very high numbers of animals currently used in generational tests for DNT.
So here she is, Nadine Drissa. Hello, Nadine. Have I said your name correctly?
Almost, Neil. Hello, I'm very happy to be here. So it's Nadine Dressa.
Dressa. Congratulations. Where are you zooming in from today?
So I'm in Germany at Lake Constance, in Constance, but at home. I would prefer to be in London, actually.
Well, is that because you work in London or just you excited by London?
Yeah, I would have been very excited to come to London. So I hope maybe next year it will happen like this.
Maybe next year we'll have another big glitzy dinner as well. But it's amazing you've won this award. Would you like to tell us what it means to win a Lush Prize?
Of course, it's a great honor to receive the Young Researcher Award for me. And it's great to see my work recognized by this really prestigious award.
That's fantastic. Who would you like to thank? I'm sure it's not just you, or is it? Was it just you?
No, definitely not. So, of course, I'd like to thank my supervisors, so Marcel Leist and Tanja Waldmann, but also my whole group, because they have been always providing a lot of help and a lot of support. And also, I was working in a very nice collaboration with people from Charité Berlin. So, I would also like to thank them. And last but not least, also my family is always supporting me, and they gave me the chance to be here now.
They did. And have you shown them that big hair sculpture, that heavy thing that is a recognition of your achievement?
Definitely. So I'm very proud to have it here. And unboxing it was a very cool feeling. So of course I showed it around already.
So you said you're near Lake Constance. Is that where your work is normally? Have you been able to do things during lockdown? Are you in shutdown?
So we had a shutdown in spring, so we couldn't access the lab, but right now it's quite relaxed. So we are allowed to come back, but also we are doing a lot of home office, of course.
I see. Well, thank you very much. And we would love to see you here in London. Perhaps next year, perhaps we will have another Lush Prize Awards in person. Nevertheless, we must offer you our greatest congratulations. Thank you, Nadine. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's fantastic to have met Nadine. We have two more awards. They're less sciencey. The ones before that, we have a short poem recorded specially for Lush Prize. Recorded specially for Lush Prize. It's by one of our favorite political activists and animal rights campaigners. Here's a special poem recorded for us by Benjamin Zephaniah.
I have dreams of summer days, of running freely on the lawn. I love a lazy Sunday morn like many others do. I love my family always. I love clear water in a stream. Oh yes, I cry, and yes, I dream. We dogs are quite lush too. And I, dear folk, am small but great. My friends call me the mighty Bruce. I love peace and I hate abuse, like many others do. I hope you all appreciate. We give you all a helping hand when me and my friends turn the land. We worms are quite lush too. When I have time, I like sightseeing. You may not want to see my face, but you and me must share this space, like many of us do. Please think of me, dear human being. It seems that I'm always in need. I have a family to feed. We mice are quite lush too. They say we're really dangerous, but we too like to feel and touch, and we like music very much, like many of us do. Most of us are not poisonous. I have a little lovely face. I move around with style and grace. We snakes are quite lush too. I don't mind if you stand and stare, but know that I have love no end, and my young ones I must defend, like many of us do. When you see me in the air, remember that I know the worth of all of us who share this earth. We birds are quite lush too. I need fresh air and exercise. I need to safely cross the road. I carry such a heavy load, like many of us do. Don't only judge me by my size. Ask any veterinarian. I'm just a vegetarian. We cows are quite lush too. Water runs straight off my smooth back, and I hold my head high with pride. I like my children at my side, like many of us do. I don't care if you're white or black, if you like land or air or sea. I want to see more unity. We ducks are quite lush too. I think living is so cool, and what I really like the most is kissing, but I will not boast, like many of us do. I hang around in a big school. I only need a little sleep. I like thinking really deep. We fish are quite lush too. I love the cows, I love the trees, and I would rather you not smoke, for if you smoke then I would choke, like many of us do. I beg you, do not squash me, please. I do not want to cause you harm. I simply want you to stay calm. We flies are quite lush too. My name is Thomas Tippy Tops. Billy is not my name. I've learned to live with fame, like many of us do. I was once on Countryfile. On TV I sang aloud. My parents were quite proud. We goats are quite lush too. I love to walk among the fern. I'm thankful for each night and day. I really love to holiday like many of us do. I've read the books and my concern is why do others think we are bad? My friends don't think I'm raving mad. We wolves are quite lush too. A lovely garden makes me smile. A good joke makes me croak. One day I want to own a boat like many of us do. I'd love to see the River Nile. I'd love my own sandcastle. I really want to travel. We frogs are quite lush too. Please don't call me horrid names. Think of me as a brother. I'm quite nice, you'll discover, like many of us do. If you're my friend, then you're so cool. I'll be your friend forevermore. I'll be the one that you adore. We pigs are quite lush too. We really need this planet, and we want you to be aware. We just don't have one spare. Not any of us do. Don't mess with us. Don't test on us. Don't stress and don't make drugs with us. Let's share and just take care of us. What's so great about wearing us? Neglecting and injecting us won't save you. It's ridiculous. We think that you can live with us, and that is why we are so lush. We dogs, we goats, we mice, we snakes, even we worms are really great. We birds, we cows, we ducks, we frogs are just trying to do our jobs. We wolves, we fish, we pigs, we flies could really open up your eyes, and all we want to say to you is we love life, and we are lush too.
Now, our penultimate award category is called Training. Training. To tell us more about it is the Harry Potter film star and vegan blogger, Ivana Lynch.
Hi, I'm Ivana Lynch and I am delighted to announce the shortlist for the Training Award in the Lush Prize 2020. The £50,000 training prize is given to individuals, teams or organisations involved in training others in non-animal methods. Woohoo! The organisations and individuals shortlisted this year are Dr. Charu Chandrasekara in Canada, the Chinese Centre of Alternative Research and Evaluation in China, Doctors Against Animal Experiments in Germany, the Helpathon team in the Netherlands, IV TAC in Italy, the MUI Animal Free Research Cluster in Austria, Lena Smirnova in the USA, 3R's Centre Utrecht Life Sciences in the Netherlands, and the University of Winchester Centre for Animal Welfare in the UK. You are all heroes as far as I'm concerned. Your work is so incredible and is changing the world and the industry. But there could only be one winner today. So I am delighted to announce that the winner of the £50,000 Lush Prize 2020 for training is the Helpathon team in the Netherlands. Woohoo! Congratulations! Amazing, so well deserved, and can't wait to see what amazing work you will do, and hopefully this fund will help you in this work. So congratulations.
Helpathon accelerates human relevant research by helping scientists find non-animal methods in their studies. The Helpathon team realised that many scientists who currently use animals were not aware of the vast amount of replacement methods already present or under development in the Netherlands. The team is invited to focus on a research project that would currently use living animals. Then they organise an extensive brainstorming session over an informal 2-day workshop with people from different scientific disciplines, but also non-scientists, including financiers, general public and patient organisations. Together they reform the project so that the same questions are answered and the same goals can be reached, but now using non-animal methods. The team continues to make the reformed project happen with the help of collaboration networks and financiers. In this way, they don't just replace animal use for one project, but also set the scientist on a new career track for continuing research without animals.
Sue Gibbs and the Helpathon team, hello. Congratulations. Of course, there's loads of you, but you're all in different places. So, Sue, would you like to tell us where you're coming from right now?
Yeah, at the moment I'm sitting in Pepic's office in Amsterdam, and I'm sitting here with Pepic and Jon, and we have our social distancing in place and this special online video thing which we actually use for the Helpathons as well.
I was going to say, you've been able to do them virtually as well.
Yeah, we've done the last two virtually or blended in a way. We've got quite a big office here, so we can have like 15 people in the office all spread out. And the rest we've been doing internationally online with up to 40 people from all over the world, particularly the last one.
Wow, and I'm seeing a sort of fisheye lens there. Pepic, would you like to say hello to us? Anyone you want to thank apart from Sue?
Yeah, I have a whole list, and one of them is with us on the monitor, and that's Carine. She is one of the first ones daring to do a Helpathon. There's Jantien, who is the open space specialist for all times, and Mendel Bouwman, who invented the whole thing, Eva Marschalt, who helped us a lot together with Monique, and the newest member of our team is Debbie.
So it's amazing, actually, you've been able to do the Helpathon perhaps more broadly, given you can do it virtually.
Yeah, indeed. The first two were actually live before the corona hit us, we can say. And then we went into like sort of restrictions from COVID. So we went very much blended. And the last one was even more actually online. And this is all actually being done with a lot of support from TPI, the Transition to Animal-Free Innovations in the Netherlands, which is a big like government-driven body network.
But now you've got some support because you won the Lush Prize. What will that mean for you in the future?
Yeah, we're really pleased about it because at the moment we've been only working with scientists within the Netherlands. And now, because this is an international prize, we're taking this as the opportunity to go international. So we're planning on doing a master course for a Helpathon International, and we're also planning on our next Helpathon to be international for scientists from outside of the Netherlands who have their research questions which they'd like to do in animal-free methods.
And it's amazing, you've got a great collection today of scientists who can point to non-animal means, do you not? What have you learned today?
Yeah.
Tell us more about what you've picked up today from the other winners and from the conference.
Yeah, what I think is a big eye-opener today is actually the computational modeling and the big data. And this is something which really has to work together with the biomedical scientists. And they are all very welcome to join our next Helpathon. It'd be great to have you there.
Thank you. And I think the hair sculpture is going to live in that office, is it? Sue's
probably.
No, there's a better place for it. It should go in the garden and back on the lawn, and we should free it.
Yes, you should free it to go and play with all the other sculptured animals. I think that would be lovely. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Pevek and Sue and Helpathon. Good luck in the future. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, our very last prize is called the Andrew Tyler Award. It's named after There we go. I think I'm all right now. Right, this is the last award. It's called the Andrew Tyler Award, and it was named after one of Lush Prize's founding judges. It's made at the judge's discretion to an individual they believe has made an outstanding contribution towards ending animal testing in their lifetime. This year, the longtime campaigner Andrew Rowan was chosen to receive this Andrew Tyler Award, and we'll see a short video now all about him.
Andrew Rowan is the former president and CEO of Humane Society International and chief scientific officer for the Humane Society of the United States. He has been advocating for alternatives to animal testing since his time with Frame in 1976 and later founded the Tufts University Centre for Animals and Public Policy, where he remains an adjunct professor to this day. Andrew Rowan has authored or co-authored numerous books and over 100 academic papers on animal research and alternatives, humane wildlife management, and other topics. Today, Andrew is President and Chief Programme Officer of Wellbeing International.
Andrew Rowan, hello.
Hi, very pleased to be here.
Well, you might be our last live video link, and it seems like they've all gone well. Isn't that fantastic?
Yes, it's been an amazing experience sitting here watching what's going on.
So, Andrew, how does it feel to be offered this fantastic, prestigious Lush Prize award?
It's overwhelming. I mean, frankly, you do this work because it's the right thing to do, because it's really interesting, exciting, and you make some progress. I mean, when I first started in 1976, our big victories were to get a letter in the Times or the Telegraph. Those were our big victories, So we're now looking today at just huge changes, and I really believe that in my sort of experience, we've gone from saying, "Oh, you can never replace animals in testing," to now saying, "Well, of course we're going to replace it. It's now just how soon are we going to replace it?" That's the issue at this time.
The Times and the Telegraph are British newspapers, but you're not coming to us today from Britain. Where are you located now?
I'm just outside Washington, D.C., but I spent 10 years, 12 years in Britain. And so I have roots there, watch the cricket.
Yes, I'm detecting a Southern Hemisphere accent there.
Yes, I come from South Africa originally. So,
and how does it feel when you say 1976? Many of the other award winners maybe weren't even born then.
It's embarrassing in many respects, because I don't feel like I'm over 70 years old. I still feel like I'm 25, but I can see the thinning hair, and I know that it's not. I'm not as young as I used to be.
But you've been given this award for your lifetime of achievement. How does that feel? And is there more to come?
Well, I hope so. I mean, you know, I sort of stepped down from Humane Society International a few years ago and decided that there was still work to be done. And so I'm delighted to see what's happening in the animal research space and the reduction in animal use. I mean, for about 15 years, the numbers of animals being used didn't go down, but it's beginning to go down again. And I think the next 15 years, we're going to see a huge reduction in animal use. I hope to be around to see the ending of it.
Well, it's been amazing that you perhaps were fighting a struggle that may have felt very uphill in 1976, but now it's becoming very much part of what people consider.
Absolutely. It's part of the structure of science now. You can see it happening. I mean, with the Sanger Institute and MRC Harwell shutting down their mass breeding facilities, we're seeing this happening right before our eyes.
So this award is about thanking you, really, but maybe there's a little tiny moment you'd like to thank somebody else, Andrew.
Well, of course, my family. They've been supportive for decades. My colleagues have been wonderful to work with. I think that, you know, there are a number of people, too many to really mention, but I will mention that Troy Seidley and I have worked over the years, and I'm delighted to see what he's able to achieve these days.
Thank you, Andrew Rowan. Congratulations for the Andrew Tyler Award. So that's all the awards over. We have handed out all our hair sculptures. It remains for me to just say thank you and pass over to Rob Harrison. He's got a short video. He's the Lush Prize director. He'll tell us a bit more about the prize's plans for the future.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching all the way to the end of the Lush Prize Awards. At every awards evening, we're witnessing the slow erosion of the old technology of live animal tests. And we're getting a glimpse of some of the best ideas and innovations that are coming along to take their place. But we've not quite reached the goal of a complete replacement of animal tests just yet. So, although it's hard to be certain of anything too far in the future in these strange times, the Lush Prize is very much planning to come back again with a 9th prize cycle in a couple of years' time to play our part in this important movement for change. We're not planning on resting too much in between either. We've got another day of conferencing tomorrow. If you want to see what it's like, all our sessions are being recorded and will be available online later. This year, we're exploring, with some of our winners from tonight, the role that big data might play in the replacement of animal tests. And since we've also discovered that some of the most interesting outcomes of the prizes happen when winners make contact with each other and create new joint projects, we've also got plans to set up a Lush Prize Animal Replacement Network and to help our more than 100 winners across the years make more of these important contacts too. More information on our conferences and all our other projects will be available on our Lush Prize website, as indeed will be a recording of this evening's awards in case you missed anything or want to tell anyone else about it. So thanks very much for coming, and we do hope you'll be able to make it next time too. We don't yet know whether the next awards will be online. It's great for our carbon footprint, and many more people have been able to come along to watch, but there's less of a feel of celebration around it. So it's important that you let us know what it was like for you. We'll be sending out feedback forms to some who've come along, but to others, do please email us and don't be afraid to criticise or make suggestions. We're all learning in this strange new online world, and we very much hope it can get better each time we do it. So thanks again for coming. Back to Neil now for some final words.
Well, we seem to have got to the end now. It's amazing. Thank you to everyone who's watching, to everybody who was part of the judging. It's an extraordinary thing to have mounted a live awards ceremony across the world. Well done, Zoom. The video links held up, and there are lots of individuals who put this together. My job has been the easiest of anyone, frankly, in this whole thing. So let's say thanks to our 5 presenters. So Chris Packham, Dirta, so I should say, Caroline, Pranjal, Ivana. Well done to all the winners. Amazing. Anybody who was shortlisted, all the commendations as well. Just amazing that they did so well. Thanks, of course, to Mark and Mo Constantine at Lush, Benjamin Zephaniah, the Dance Joa Academy in Korea, and Wayne McCausland Animations for the artistic content. Extraordinary. This was all brought together by a team in Loughborough in England, Joe and the events team at VideoFlex. I should say thank you to Rob Harrison. You've just seen him. He's done an amazing job putting it together, helping me with the script and everything, making it light and friendly. And putting this all together has been an extraordinary endeavor. And hey, let's do it in London, but we can do more virtual stuff as well. By the way, there's somebody as well from the Lush Prize called Craig, who's spent a lot of time editing videos, making it look so smooth, so professional. So it's time to go really now. So thank you very much for being here. I think the day has been quite humbling for somebody watching this, thinking all these people work incredibly hard for long periods of time, decades even, to make this a reality, and also the new arrivals in this area who are standing on the shoulders of extraordinary people we know who've been working for so many years to make this something that really does feel part of mainstream science as well. So congratulations to the winners. The Lush Prize Awards will be back. Who knows when, how, but I think this has been an absolute triumph for all of those who worked incredibly hard to put it together. Hope you've enjoyed it, watching presumably in your home, your office, whether it's after 1 a.m. in the morning, or if you're just thinking about lunch, perhaps, or in the West Coast, maybe you're watching from the West Coast of the United States and thinking, perhaps I've had breakfast. So thank you all very much. Well done to everybody. I think I just better say thank you, goodbye, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, and perhaps I should just disappear. Ooh. Or not. Hello and goodbye. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Hooray, let's dance.